Good morning. Here's our chart for Saturday, November 11th at 5 a.m. We have the moon at 27 degrees of Libra. But the moon's coming off of the south node and the opposition to Eris. So I think there's a lot of courage in relationships that were happening Friday night. Maybe the courage to, with Mars, or I'm sorry, not Mars. Well, the Sun and Mars and Scorpio helps too, but with Mercury and Sag, maybe the courage to speak up and say, hey, you know what? I'd like to do things differently, or I want a different experience. And so, having those conversations is always good. And with the Sun and Mars opposing Uranus, we could have some big breakthroughs on that front. And it could also be, it doesn't have to be like a personal love relationship. It could always be a partnership type of a thing, like a business partnership. So the cards so far are, we have the Seven of Cups and and I allowed for reversals like crazy. So nothing reversed yet, but we have the Seven of Cups straight up and the Knight of Wands straight up. So the Seven of Cups is my card, when it comes through upright, it's my card for knowing that you have many, many options. And with the Knight of Wands here, once you know that you have many options, then you can go quickly. Ooh, and we have the Tower, but it came through reversed. Okay, so let's dive in a little deeper into the Seven of Cups. So you can see the image is dark, so it's meant to think that we're a little confused. But really, it's just that we have so many options, and if you get really clear about, what you really want in life, then, basically, there's a spiritual law, and I don't know what the name of it is, but I just know it's true, is that when we question our motivations, it's probably a law, something about facing ourselves, but when we question our motivations and we figure out what's really going on within, then all the unconscious material comes up to clear out. The subconscious, unconscious that has been keeping us kind of stuck will come up. Because there's a lot of, like clouds in the background of the Seven of Cups, right? You can see the darker clouds in here. But anyway, here we have a castle, we have jewels, we have fame, we have power with the dragon. The symbology in the cards is really important. And then we have a snake, which would be sexy, sexuality. And then we have another person up here. So this would be wanting someone else, like coveting someone else maybe. And then the key that I always like to look at is if we can get under the veil of illusion and know that none of these other things out here, the castle, the jewelry, nice pretty things, sparkly things, they're beautiful, but they bring momentary, temporary happiness. Of course, we need a home, but it doesn't have to be a big castle. Of course, we all want to be seen and heard and understood, and that's a real name or a real need, but we don't have the need for fame. We don't need to, with the dragon, we don't need to control anyone but ourselves. And when we give our power over to another person, we are disempowering ourselves. And then if we're objecting our bodies, then of course our sexuality is being used in a funky way that's not happy. So if you get under all those illusions about what brings through real happiness, that's the key to life. So this is one of those cards you could always keep coming back to and going, oh, where am I stuck, And so if you're comparing your body against someone else's, all right, we're stuck. If we're allowing someone to have control over us or we're controlling someone else, we're stuck in a vicious circle there. If we think we're going to be happy if we're famous, we're stuck. If we think we need to have diamonds and jewels and all of those things to be happy, no, right? And all the others, you can figure that out. So anyway, once and at each juncture of figuring out those false, I don't know, what would you call that? You guys are going to have to help me with some words. Accoutrements, false appearance values, I can imagine, you know. But these things that don't really bring true happiness. Once we figure that out, we can go really fast. We can move forward in life. The Knight of Wands has everything to do with being more confident within yourself. And it's often a card of going somewhere, you know, like you're on a journey. So maybe we could just say this is a major, well, I would say this is a major soul journey for each one of us. And as we do that, then we can avert crisis. When we have the Tower card coming through reverse, sometimes it's about crisis when it's straight up, but averting a crisis when it's reversed. Other times it can have to do with sometimes resistance, you know, that you want to make sure you want to break through the resistance. So that's a possibility there. But it's also a card of inevitable change, whether we like it or not. So we might as well use the energy wisely and use it to break through the false self and just clear out all those other, you know, people that we think have control over us, or people in our psyche, and I'm talking about, you know, parental paradigms and imprints that were placed upon us, or past lives too, right? Like nobody wanted to get kicked out of the castle when they were a poorly peasant or serf or whatever, you know. Yeah. So, well, make of this what you will for you. And I always look forward to you guys sharing what came through for you with us, because we're all very intuitive and we all pick up on the symbology. So I'll just put the card back the way it was and let you look at this. You can screenshot it or whatever, and give me your take on it. Okay, thanks you guys. I hope you're having a good weekend. Take good care. Bye.